So we've taken an in-depth look today at two different websites that both deal with kind of the same sort of thing. They're dealing with an endangered species of animal. And we've looked at the publisher, we've looked at who's providing the information, we've looked at the author who has written the information, and we've looked at the content. What does the information say? So the first one, the World Wildlife Federation, we saw that it was a .org website. It was written by a group that's been in business for 60 years, that works in over 100 countries, and that advocates for taking care of communities and of the wildlife that lives in those communities and making sure that there's harmony between them. And we found that they had brief but accurate factual information on 5 different species of endangered species. So that was the first website. The second one, we saw the Endangered North American Tree Octopus. It was a .net website, which means that that can be put together by anybody. We clicked on the author's name and found that that link went to a website that was full of fiction, fiction stories and kind of fantastical things. So we learned a little bit about that author's motivations by looking there. And then we looked deeper at the content, and although it seemed like it was really going in depth into this one animal, um, we found a few things that kind of made us scratch our head and think, what in the world is going on? This animal really likes shrimp and candy corn. So I have a revelation for you. I know this is going to come as quite a shock to many of you, but the endangered North American tree octopus is not a real thing. That is a fake website. Um, that's why you're not going to find information about the tree octopus anywhere else either, because it's not a real thing. That author has spent an incredible amount of time having fun, making something up and really going into detail. It's a great website to look at if you want to um, kind of have a case study for how to really, really, really in depth build your fiction. But it is not a real thing. So this just goes back to the cartoon we had on the very first slide that proves not everything you read on the internet is going to be true. So think about that as you are evaluating your sources, deciding which of these has accurate information, which is factual, and which can seem like it's real in the first place, but then as it turns out, it's not true at all. So think about that as you're considering your sources for your writing.